Well, I think, organizationally, one of the things that we looked at is if we didn't play this year, we were going to have 19 months in between games. Where does that put you? Nobody has an answer to that question. And I don't know if it's a question that you want to answer, 6, 8 months from now. I think for the community, it's important because, we have been cooped up so long, and we have an opportunity here with the tremendous protocol at the Coliseum to do something probably in the most safest way that you could ever imagine doing something, safer than going to the grocery store or anywhere, just because of the way this is all going to be set up and the way the air system is in the building. So we're excited about the fact that, even though it's 2,600 people, that maybe people will have an opportunity to get out and enjoy something a little more than they have been.
I know that in months past we saw that the number was about 3,800 where you thought
Yes.
you might be able to allow people in. Now at 2,600, why does it make sense to do it now? Is it just the timing of everything? Is it the vaccine? Like what makes a more viable option?
Good question. I think the vaccine rollout was huge for us. That was a decision that when we heard that we thought was going to be very much of a positive. Knowing that it's available now and that by the time we get started, a lot of people are going to have it by the middle of February, that was huge. Number two, the financial aspect of it, it was going to be a disaster either way. But Steve Franke, the CEO of the Comets, majority owner, he made the final call yesterday to say, let's do it. This is not a good financial situation for the Coliseum either, but they stepped up and said, yep, we agree with you. We think this is something very, very important for the community to get started, and we just have to be real careful. We got to do it right. We got to follow all the rules.
What was the discussion between you and Randy like? I imagine you guys have been back and forth for months on end now, just trying to figure out a feasible working relationship to make everything safe and make everything workable.
Yeah, it's changed so many times and gone back and forth so many times over the last 5 or 6 months, and because the information is constantly changing. Mm-hmm. I mean, the information there for a while was changing every other day. Are masks good? Are they not good? Well, that was going back and forth. Is there going to be a vaccine? How do you transmit COVID-19? You were getting all kinds of mixed messages. But now I think over the course of the last couple of months, there's more clarity on all of that. Like I said, the vaccine now is a major thing. But the protocol is the key. I mean, that is the key. When you walk in this building, all the things that are different than from a year ago are probably the major reason why we made the decision to go forward.
And as for the protocol with the players, is the ECHL mandating daily testing or weekly testing, or how is to make sure that they're safe? And
yes,
I know that's a big concern in other pro sports.
Very good question. The protocol of the league is excellent. We will have rapid tests on hand here at the Coliseum that will be administered by our athletic trainer, and that will occur probably 2 to 3 times a week. And so we will be keeping a real close eye on all of that and following the protocol. And by the NHL, AHL situation and probably not having any pros in here this year, it's also going to cut down on players going back and forth. So hopefully we'll be able to keep most of the players here, and that really helps too because you move one out and one in if somebody's not feeling well.
I like to think of myself as a glass half full guy.
Right.
So silver lining of this is in your family's 30 years of hockey, you guys have never had anything like this to deal with.
No.
But does that make it, I guess, a fun challenge to figure out the logistics, to figure out the players, to figure out how to make all this work? Kind of like a almost a
Puzzle?
a logic problem.
Yeah.
Like a problem.
Yeah.
Or a logic. Like you could never have dreamed up a scenario like this, and now you get presented with challenges that you get to find answers for.
Well, first of all, challenges like that for me are difficult because I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But yeah, I mean, it's a situation where there are so many variables that you have to look into, and it is kind of exciting. You're right; it is exciting to be able to tackle those. It's something different. Obviously, we wish it wasn't here, but it does make your brain think a little differently. And it also has allowed us over the course of the last 9 or 10 months to make a major assessment of how we were doing business before and how we will do business in the future, not only this year, but in years to come. And, that's pretty valuable information from that standpoint because in normal times when things are going okay, you just kind of keep doing the same old, same old.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
All I'd like to say is that we're thankful to our season ticket holders who have taken a powder this year. 3,500 season ticket holders we would not be able to fulfill back to play had it not been for our season ticket holders. So we are very grateful to them, and we will never forget that.
If you have 3,500 season ticket holders, how do you make the math work in the ticket allotment for a game where you're only allowed to have 2,600?
Well, there won't be season ticket holders this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there will be no season ticket holders. And that's why I say we thank our season ticket holders for taking a pass this year.
On a game-by-game basis.
It's, all tickets will be sold on a game-by-game basis. Season ticket holders will receive a card that they'll be able to come and get priority if they want to buy walk-up tickets, so at a much reduced cost than the regular walk-up. So this would not have happened if it weren't for 93% of our season ticket holders agreeing to take a pass this year.
Good deal.